Good morning, Bush Bashers. I just wanted to check in, guys, and just really thank everyone for jumping on board with NZ Park Hunter. It's really humbling to just get some feedback and have people take the time to watch anything that I do, but for a first episode, and just to have the positivity. I know it wasn't amazing. I know the footage was in portrait. I know there's some volume differences. I know the quality didn't come through amazing, but that was somewhere to start. So that's exciting, and I think, like each episode, it's going to be a journey. So yeah, it's just awesome to have you on board. And what I wanted to do is just journey towards where we are now, which is we are late February, and for those that love your hunting will know what happens in April. And for me, the journey into the raw starts with getting prepared. So to get prepared, that involves being fit. And yeah, it's a big motivation for me, actually all year round, because I try to keep a good level of fitness. It's not perfect, could definitely get better, but I like to be able to enjoy the walking, the challenge of climbing those ridges, carrying packs, and it all starts with some commitment. And not everyone have a gym subscription, but that's what works for me. And I get out there in the mornings and before work mostly, and do some strength training so that you're targeting those particularly, I guess, your leg muscles, but also core and your shoulders. Upper strength is really important too, and I feel like it really adds to the experience of being in the bush. Rather than panting and excessively sweating and struggling, you can actually focus your energy onto the challenge of hunting and chasing those deer in the hills, as well as the people that come with me. Those people aren't always as experienced, haven't done it as much, maybe haven't been able to prepare as well. So if I can take a bit of load or help them to achieve their goal of coming on the trip, then I'm all for that. And I think that that's a part of what I can offer them. And when they do struggle, I'm in a good position to help them out, and it's not getting into a dangerous place that they've hit a wall and I can't support them. I'd love to be able to step into that gap. So it all starts months before any planned hunting, but I think if you're consistent with your fitness, then you can be at a good level all year round. But I think coming into April, it certainly pumps me to get to a next level of fitness if I can, and strength. And it's not easy to get up in the mornings, but I just think about that end goal, and having those good times with my mates and my family in the huts and in the tents, celebrating wins, discussing strategies, regretting decisions and wind and things that happened to us during the day, and planning for our next hunts. So guys, get amongst it. Like this morning, I think, and those that are outside Auckland are going to laugh at this, but 12 degrees this morning, which it's certainly not cold, but I think that this time of year, once you start noticing some slight changes to temperature, I think it just starts that journey into what is autumn, and ultimately what brings the hinds on, which is debatable, but a lot of people agree that the temperature changes do make a difference to when the hinds start cycling, which of course gets those stags pumped up and they start making a racket in the bush, which is what we will chase. And you'll get to see some more of that obviously in April. But let's go on a bit of a journey into April and a journey into the raw. So get amongst it, get fit. It's obviously it's about the hunting, but it's not always about the hunting. There's no camo on today, there's no bush, but there is a drive to be fit, healthy, and enjoy the experience. So I had a question arise from my last video, and that was, what is a seeker? So yeah, awesome question. Obviously not everyone watching is going to be New Zealand's best hunter, so there's going to be plenty of people watching that just enjoy the content and the conversation. So seeker deer actually is not native to New Zealand, neither is any deer, as it turns out. So they are a pest. They were actually introduced in 1905 from Japan, so they're native to Japan, where they're prized over there, and hunting is really restricted. But in New Zealand, they were released near Taupo. They are a pest. They are respected and prized as a real challenge, and for being elusive, for being difficult to hunt, but they are curious as well, so they do present opportunities. And they if you know what a red deer is, which is your common species within New Zealand and other places in the world, they do look very similar, and for most people they probably won't pick a difference, but their features are a bit smaller. They are smaller in size compared with a red deer. Their antlers typically grow to a maximum of 8 points, whereas a red can go to, if it's bred to go crazy with its antlers, and farms it can go 20 plus. Maybe in the bush in New Zealand, if you got a 16 pointer, that would be considered an incredible trophy. In the North Island, you're probably maxing out at 14. But seeker are awesome. I'm just completely hooked on them, and they're just neat little animals. They are very good eating, and I hope that by doing what I do helps to maintain the numbers to a level that they don't become a problem within New Zealand, which at times they arguably do. They are very damaging in the bush in high numbers, and they do scavenge, so they eat a lot of the bush down to nothing and the undergrowth. And when they're in high numbers, it's not healthy for the bush. So not only do we get out there because we enjoy it and we're providing for our family and all those reasons, they are very much required to be kept at a safe level, so that the government basically doesn't have to step in and poison and cull them out, which at times they have done. So seeker are awesome. Have a great day out there. Sometimes you get the animal, sometimes you get the story. Either way, it's a good day out. Respect the land, respect the hunt. See you next time.